Welcome, Gunrunner.
Hello everybody, Kieran aka The Laird here, and this is just a short intro to this week's video, just to add a little bit of context and my thoughts on what occurred, which you're about to see. But this week, this weekend just gone, my lovely wife sprung a surprise on me that she was taking me to Pixel Bunker in Milton Keynes. And for those who don't know, Pixel Bunker is just like a massive old school arcade packed full of original arcade machines, just like an arcade of old. But not just that, it's got loads of other like 80s memorabilia. So there's boxes for like various consoles, but there's also like boxes for toys there, loads of different toys. Things like Space Hoppers, Rally Chopper, BMX, lunch boxes, basically any kind of memorabilia from the 80s is kind of related to all that pop culture that was big at the time, like arcades were. So there's all of that there as well. I'll be showing a lot of this in the video, but I'll kind of stick some photos up beside of me as well, so you can see a closer look at some of these things as I'm talking. But yeah, there's tons. There's loads of arcades. There's all of the other stuff to look at. Plus, on the side of it, which you'll actually see a little bit, is it's right next to the National Sci-Fi and Movie Museum, which is really cool. And they've got some amazing stuff there, especially from like the James Bond movies, Alien movies, stuff like that. So that's on the side. So basically, if you go there, you can actually do both in the same day, which is absolutely brilliant. Two great attractions in one place. I believe they actually rent the space off the film museum anyway to put the arcade in, because they share the same reception and everything. But yeah, incredibly cool. You book basically a slot, whether it be like a morning or afternoon or whatever. We had 1:30 till 4:30, so we had 3 hours basically. It was £15.50 for an adult ticket. I saw that on the door when we came in. That was for 3 hours, everything on free play. So you don't have to pay for any machines, any of the arcade machines or pinball or anything like that. There is food and drink there as well if you want to buy that, but obviously you'd have to pay for that. But yeah, I think £15.50 is pretty reasonable for what you get, as you're about to see, because there's tons of stuff. I mean, they had machines going right back to sort of late 70s, right up to probably late 90s ish. I'm trying to think what the newest machine they had was. They had, I think it had Marvel versus Street Fighter, Marvel versus Capcom even. I think they had that. I think that's probably one of the newest machines they had. But then right back to old stuff like Space Duel they had, for example. Actually, they had an Atari Video Pinball, which is even, I think that's probably the oldest one they had, because I think that's early 70s even, maybe. Trying to think when that came out. I think it was at 75, 76. So yeah, certainly mid 70s at least. But yeah, that's the oldest machine they had there. Pretty cool to see that sort of still up there and working. And so they had some pinballs as well. Not many though. They could do with a few more pinballs, I think. I think that's maybe so where they could expand. Actually, that's probably my own criticism, because the selection of machines was fantastic. Nearly all original cabs as well, so with the artwork and marquees and everything. It was great. I mean, and also the amount they had working, considering they're all really old machines. Obviously, these machines always need a lot of maintenance. So actually, speaking from someone who did events for years, we would always have arcade machines that didn't work or would break within like an hour or so into the show or whatever. I mean, I can remember one particular event we did where we must have had about 10 at least arcade machines that were not working by the middle of the first day. And I remember thinking, God, this is awful, because there were so many machines not working. So they managed to keep all working there. There was only one that was out of order, which was Joust. That was the only one that seemed to be out, that had a sticker on saying out of order. Everything else seemed to be up and working. I actually tell a lie, there was two, because there was a Lucky and Wild by the reception, which wasn't switched on. It didn't even have a sign on it, so assuming that wasn't working either. Which is a shame, because I love Lucky and Wild and I really wanted to play that. But played loads of machines. My wife loved it. She thought she wasn't. She was doing it for me, and she said she didn't think she would enjoy herself that much and she would get bored. and she did not stop playing games the whole time we were there. In fact, I think she was playing games longer than me because I was struggling to stand up at the end of the 3 hours. But yeah, she kept going, and she loved it. I mean, she played a few games she'd never played before that she'd heard me talk about and stuff. For example, one being Mr. Do, which I wrote about for Retro Gamers some years ago, did a big making of article in there. And she played that for the first time and loved it. And she kept going back to that. That was her favourite game of the day. And she also really loved Crystal Castles, which is another favourite of mine with the old trackball controller. So she really enjoyed that as well. They were two of her favourite games. Terminator 2 she loved. We completed Moonwalker, so she really enjoyed that. She's a massive Michael Jackson fan. And we completed The Simpsons arcade as well, so she really enjoyed playing that with me as well. Though that hurt her hands after a while, bashing all the bloody buttons. But anyway, I'll stop going on about it. But it was such a great day out, really, really good. I can't recommend Pixel Bunker highly enough. If you're anywhere near Milton Keynes, it's such an easy place to get to because it's just off the M1 motorway if you're in the UK. So really, really easy to get to. Indeed. And I know there's quite a lot of those kind of arcades, like the Arcade Club up north. There's a few of those up north. But I think, this is the biggest one I've been to in the south. I went to one in London once. Four Quarters, is it called? I think it might be, but it was very small compared to this one in Milton Keynes, which is huge, as you're about to see in the video. But that's it really. I'll stop going on. I'll let you see some video footage. I filmed the whole arcade so you can see every machine. I've also got some footage of me playing a few games as well, thanks to my wife, because she filmed everything for me as well. So that was really good of her. But yeah, enjoy my little video and walk around of Pixel Bunker in Milton Keynes. That's hard.